Hello everyone, in here I want to presenting my PowerPoint about audiolingual method. But in here I'm not alone. I have two friends that will be presenting too about audiolingual method. So the first is Erica Nataliana and the second is Tias Renata Vogalia. So check this out. During the Second World War, America became aware that it needed people, mainly servicemen and soldiers, to learn foreign language very quickly as part of its military operations, being provided with a basic verbal communication skill relying on observation and repetition to build communicative competence. That is the reason why audiolingual method is also called the Army method. Audiolingual method was widely used in 1950 and 1960, and this method became popular. The method became popular when behaviorist psychologists like Skinner that behaviors, including language, were learned through repetition and reinforcement. Audiolingual method is based on the theory that language learning is a question of habit formation. It has its origins in Skinner's principle of behavior theory. This method addresses a need for people to learn foreign language rapidly. It is best for beginning level English classes in a foreign language setting. Then, audiolingual method set out to achieve quick communicative competence through innovative method. One of the key principles of the audiolingual method is that the language teacher should provide learners with a native speaker-like model. By listening, natives are expected to be able to mimic the model. Audiolingual activities are present not only in drilling short patterns, but also varieties of dialogue which learners have to listen to, repeat, and memorize.
Okay, in this moment, I want to tell you about the characteristic of this method or audiolingual method. So, Larsen Freeman in 2000 told us or think about this method. So, this method have a great deal with activity, pronunciation, sentence, pattern, and truth sentence and pattern of target language was helping us to respond correctly. This method wants us to drill the language by memorizing and repeat. And audiolingual method have represents varieties of dialogue, and learners have to listen, repeat, and memorizing. And second is I want to tell you about the characteristic of this method by Prater and Celse Murcia in Brown. So I want to share 5 the characteristic of this method by Prater and Celse Murcia in Brown 2001. So number 1 is the material is present in dialogue form. And second, number 2 is great importance is attached to pronunciation. Number 3 is successful response are immediately reinforced. Number 4 is vocabulary is strictly limited and learner in contact. The last number on number 5 is very little mother tongue by teacher is permitted.
fluency in the use of the grammatical patterns in the target language, and knowledge of sufficient vocabulary to use grammar patterns. So in this method, teachers want the learners to be able to speak and use the target language fluently. And teachers also want their learners can achieve this goal by overcoming their old habits of their native language by forming their new habits in the target language. Because teachers believe that learners need to overlearn the target language without stopping to think. And next we will discussing about method. So the audiolingual method of teaching had its origins during World War II when it became known as Army method. It is based on the structural view of language and the behaviors theory of language learning. And the audiolingual method has a lot of similarities with the direct method. These similarities between audiolingual method and direct method are the use of mother tongue, and both of them stresses the speaking and listening competence preceded reading and writing competences. But there also have difference between them is the direct method highlighting the teaching of vocabulary, while the audiolingual method focuses on grammar, drills, and on oral skills. According to audiolingual method, speaking and listening are given priority before reading and writing. Because this method focuses on oral skill, it has purpose to improve learner speaking achievement. In other words, audiolingual method has assumption that grammar and vocabulary can be successful to apply with speaking. So, learners can know grammatical patterns and vocabulary draft dialogues, not only with memorize the structure. After that, the goal of audiolingual method with teaching grammatical patterns and vocabulary draft dialogues will enable learners to speak language fluently and communicatively. The next is types of learning activities. So the main activities that always learners do in the ALM or audiolingual method is reading aloud dialogues, repetition of model sentences, and drilling. Lesson in the classroom focuses on the correct imitation of the teacher by the learners. Furthermore, the target language is the only one language to be used in the classroom, and dialects are used for repetition and memorization. So there are various kinds of drills are used by Brooks, includes the following. So there are 12 various kinds of drills that we can use in the audiolingual method by Brooks. And first is repetition. So learners repeats a new utterance aloud as soon as he has heard it without looking at the printed text. And the example is when teacher says, "I drink Thai tea," and learners, when they hear it, they will speak it. Also, "I drink Thai tea." And the second is infection. So infection, the meaning of infection is one word in utterance appears in another form when repeated. So looking at the example, when teachers say "she bought the pen," learners will adding one word, then they repeat it. "She bought the pens." So in this example, we can know that pen and pens. So teacher will say pen without s, and learners will say pens with adding s. And third is replacement. One word in utterance is replaced by another. So according to the example, we can know that teacher will say "Sehun bought this car," and learners change the subject with he. So Sehun is male and it will be chance he. So it will be he bought this car. So when teachers say Sehun bought this car, learners will say he bought this car, replacing Sehun with he. And next is restatement. So the meaning is learners refreshes a new gerunds and addresses to someone else according to the instruction. So the instruction from their teacher. So looking the example, when teacher say tell her to wait for you, and learners will tell someone else wait for me according to instruction from their teacher. Next is completion. So the meaning is learners hears the new gerunds that is complete except for one word, then repeats the new gerunds in compare form. So the meaning is when teacher will tell incomplete new gerunds and learners need to complete the ucharan. So we can look the example. So there have blah 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 our troubles, and the next ucharan the other is they have their own troubles. So the missing word is there. So when teacher say incomplete utterance, learners need to complete the missing words, the missing utterance. So next is transposition. So in transposition, the meaning is a change in word order is necessary when a word is added. So taking the example, I'm thirsty. So when we are want to adding one word is so, it will be so am I. And next is expansion. So the meaning is when a word is added, it takes a certain place in the sequence. To understanding the meaning, we can look at the example. So the example is I know her, and there is a word well, and to adding that word we need a certain place in the sequence. So in the other literals is I know her well. So the word well, it will be adding after the word her. So I know her, it can be when adding well, it can be I know her well. Next is contraction. So a single word stands for a phrase or a clause, and from the example we can know that put your back on the chair, and other in the other sentence is put your back there. So it can be phrased on the chair with there. So the word there replace up on the chair like that. Next is transportation. So a sentence is transformed by being made negative or interrogative or just change in the tenses. So looking at the example, in the first, second, and third use simple present tense, and the difference are for the first example, I asked my brother is a positive. The second is I don't ask my brother, or I do not ask my brother as a negative because it's using not. And third example is do I ask my brother? So it is an interrogative. And the fourth example it's changed from simple present tense into simple past tense, we can know by ask is changed to verb to ask. So it be I asked my brother. And next is integration. So integration is two separate utterance are integrated into one. So there are two utterance and we need to integrate it to sentence into one. And by looking at the example, there are two utterance. She know that man and he is looking for her. So if we want to make this separate utterance into one, we need to replace a word. And we know that he is replace the word with who. So he know that man and he is looking for her. And if we integrate into one, it be she know the man who is looking for her. Next is rejoinder. So rejoinder has meaning. Learners is given a sequence of words that have been cut from a sentence, but still here it's a basic meaning. So teacher will give a jumbled word and learners need to arrange the following word into a good sentences. Looking example is there are three words that we know: teacher / teaching / English. So if we want to make it a good sentences, it can be the teacher is teaching an English. So it has a meaning that teacher now teaching an English. And next is restoration. So the meaning is learners makes an appropriate rejoinder to a given utterance by expressing surprise, agree, repellent, etc. And so when teacher asks learners to use expressing agree, learners need to expressing agree, such as like the example. When teacher asks, this is a good cafe, so learners need to expressing an agreement, like, oh, it's a very nice. Like, next is teaching material. So in this method, instructional materials, it can help teacher to develop language mastery in the target language by learner. And a learner textbook is often not used for beginners. Of course, where learners are primarily listening, repeating, and responding, because it may be able to distract learners' concentration or attention from the oral input. However, teacher can access the book that contains the structured sequence of lessons to be followed and the dialogue drills and other practice activities. If teacher is not a native speaker of the target language, teacher can use the recorder provide accurate model for teacher to help learners for listening practice. And teacher can allow learners to repeat the sentence in the dialect line by line and provide follow-up, fluency drills, and on grammar or pronunciation. So now we are in the end of this part of design audiolingual method is teacher roles and learner's roles. So we will discuss teacher roles first. Since this method is teacher dominated, the teacher is the one who controls the direction and pace of learning and monitors and corrects the learner's performance. Moreover, the teacher gives the learners attention using drills and tasks. Also, teachers show the learners how words relate to meaning in the target language. individual learners to talk. The conclusion in lingualism is the teacher roles is the key of communication and models of the target language. Next is student roles. Since the teacher is a model for learners in audiolingual method, learners play a relative role by responding to stimuli and to imitate their teacher by following teacher directions. Learners also have to answer as rapidly as possible, and teachers are not allowing learners to speak their native language in the classroom, since it's not good behavior to master for learners to mastering the target language.
Audiolingualism is primarily an oral approach to language teaching, that the focus of the instruction is on immediate and accurate speech. It was believed that much practice on the dialogues would develop oral language proficiency. In a typical audiolingual lesson, the following procedure would be observed. First, learners hear a model dialogue, then repeat each line of the dialogue and memorize it gradually. The teachers pay attention to pronunciation, intonation, and fluency. The teacher correction of mistake of pronunciation and grammar immediately. The second is the dialogue is adapted to learners. And the third, certain words are selected from the dialogue and used as the basis for patterns drills of different kinds. Some grammatical explanation may be offered. Number 4. Learners may refer to look their textbook and follow up reading, writing, or vocabulary activities based on the dialogue may be introduced. And number 5, or the last, is follow-up activities may take place in the language laboratory where further dialogue and drill work is carried out.
Hello, good morning class. How are you today? Good. I'm happy to hear that. So, our lesson today is going to talk about two people and this kind of salesman. So, do you know about salesman? So, salesman is a person who sells anything to anybody else. And today, the salesman is with a shoes product, and the other person is a woman. And now I'm going to be play two roles. I will be salesman and also woman. And I just want you to listen carefully and watch what I do and try to understand. And now I will play the roles. If I'm here, I will be the salesman. And if I'm here, I'll be the woman. So, okay. Listen carefully. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Good morning. Good morning, madam. Would you like the cheapest sauce in town? Yes, of course I would. Then, madam, you need the church's skywalk shoes. No, I don't. What? Why not? Because I just want to buy the expensive shoes in town. Oh, okay. Thank you. And now, class, I will do it one more time. You just listen carefully and don't talk. morning, madam. Would you like the cheapest shoes in town? Yes, of course I would. Then, madam, you need George's skateboard shoes. No, I don't. What? Why not? Because I just want to buy expensive shoes in town. Oh, okay. Thank you. And now I will give the conclusion about our presentation of the audiolingual method. So the audiolingual method, or ALM, aims to develop communicative competence of learners using dialogues and drills. So the use of dialogues and drills are effective in foreign language teaching as they lead the learners to produce speech. And the repetition of dialogues and drills will enable learners to respond and accurately in spoken Dutch language. And in the ALM, the classroom atmosphere is the main actor, because by creating a relaxed classroom and equip them with comfortable sitting arrangement can make learners feel comfortable to learn. However, the attainment is demanded on the both aspects, learners and teacher. Well, this is the end of our presentation, and it's time to the discussion to get clear information. So you can freely ask questions about this presentation on the comments below. So thank you everyone for watching this video. May all this we have shared be beneficial for all of us. So thank you and bye bye.